Hey everyone, this is Taz and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a perfect appetizer with a tuna. So I'll be using canned tuna and it's going to be tuna cutlets. This is my most favorite dish that I make with canned tuna, and I make this quite often. So this can be served as an appetizer, or we can turn this into a full meal by wrapping the tuna cutlets into a pita bread, or we can make into burgers or sandwiches. For making the tuna cutlet mixture, I'll be cooking onions and adding some spices, canned tuna. I'll be also adding cooked potatoes, so that will be the binding ingredient, and then we'll make balls out of it and dip the balls in egg and then in breadcrumbs. So this can be either pan fried or deep fried. If you're wondering what can be made with canned tuna, you should try these cutlets. Taste really delicious. Also, you can add any kind of white fish, but don't use intense tasting fish like sardines. You can use tuna or kingfish. You can also use salmon. So let's get started and let's make tuna cutlets. Let's make the tuna cutlet mixture. So I've placed a saucepan over medium heat. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons oil. So let the oil turn hot. Adding 3 yellow onions chopped. So I've used medium-sized onions. Give the onions a good mix. And next, let's season the onions with half teaspoon salt. Combine well and cook the onions for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes of cooking, I'm going to add half tablespoon grated ginger and half tablespoon grated garlic. You can also add 1 tablespoon ginger garlic paste. So give it a good mix and cook the onions till they turn light golden in color. So it will take around 5 minutes. The onions have started to turn light golden in color. So next I'm going to add the canned tuna. Here is the canned tuna that I'm adding. So this one is solid white tuna in water. So I'm going to drain the water and add the tuna chunks into the cooked onion. This is white tuna, so adding 1 can of tuna. So you can add any kind of white fish. You can also add salmon. Break the tuna chunks and mix it well with the onions. So let's cook this for 5 minutes. Next, adding all the spices. Half teaspoon chili powder. You can add up to 1 teaspoon. Quarter teaspoon turmeric powder. 2 teaspoon coriander powder, and half teaspoon garam masala. Combine all the spices well to the tuna and onions and let's cook for 2 minutes. Here is the cooked tuna and onion mixture. To this I'm going to add 2 potatoes that's been cooked and I have mashed it well. So you can either cook the potatoes in the microwave or you can cook it in boiling water. So combine the potatoes with the onion and tuna mixture. Adding half teaspoon more salt. Finally, adding 2 handfuls chopped cilantro. Combine everything well. So this has cooked well. So remove the pan from the heat and let this cool down for a few minutes. This has cooled down. So next, let's shape these into medium-sized balls. So using my clean hand, I'm going to combine this really well. If there are any chunks of potatoes or tuna, break that using your finger. So the potato is the binding ingredient, so give it a good mix. So I'm finding some small chunks of potatoes, so I have broken that using my finger. Next, I'm going to shape these into medium-sized balls. So with 3 onions and 1 canned tuna, we'll be able to make 10 medium-sized balls. So after making into balls, I'm going to flatten it between the palm of my hands. Place it on a plate. So I'm going to continue shaping the remaining tuna cutlet mixture. Here are the tuna cutlet mixture shaped into balls. So there are around 10 balls. So this can be made ahead of time. You can make this the previous day and keep this in the refrigerator. Next, we need to coat these in egg and breadcrumbs. So I'm going to crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Using a fork or a whisk, beat the eggs really well. Take the breadcrumbs in a flat bowl or a plate. So this is plain unseasoned breadcrumbs. Next, I'm going to dip the tuna cutlet mixture ball in egg first, coat it really well, and then dip this in breadcrumbs and coat evenly with the breadcrumbs. Keep it aside on a plate. Here are the tuna cutlet mixture balls coated in egg and breadcrumbs. So keep it aside. Next, we are going to fry these in oil. Next, I'm going to show you guys another variation. So if you want to skip adding eggs and breadcrumbs, instead of breadcrumbs, we can use ground instant oats. So here I've taken 1 cup ground instant oats. Next, I'm going to grind this coarsely. So do not make into a fine powder, just grind this coarsely. Here is the coarsely ground oats. So we can use this to coat the tuna cutlet mixture balls instead of breadcrumbs. Instead of eggs, we can use cornstarch slurry. So for that, I'm adding 2 tablespoons cornstarch to a bowl. Adding 1/4 cup cold water and combine it well to the cornstarch and let it dissolve in water. Here is the cornstarch slurry, so we can use this as a replacement for eggs. And here is the coarsely ground oats replacement for breadcrumbs. So next I'm going to first dip the ball in cornstarch slurry and then coat it with coarsely ground oats. We have both the versions, so tuna balls coated with eggs and breadcrumbs, and here we have tuna balls coated with cornstarch slurry and oats. Place a frying pan over medium heat, and after it has turned hot, I'm going to add enough oil for frying the tuna cutlets. Place the cutlet mixture balls over the oil. You can also add more oil and submerge these and deep fry them, but I'm not going to add a lot of oil. First, let's fry the tuna balls coated with eggs and breadcrumbs. After the bottom side turns golden in color, let's flip this over and let both the sides turn golden brown in color. Both the sides have turned golden brown in color. So next I'm going to transfer these on a plate lined with kitchen paper towel. Next, let's fry the tuna balls coated in cornstarch slurry and oats. So I'm going to place all of them over the oil and let's fry till both the sides have turned golden brown in color. Flip it over and fry both the sides. So this has fried well, so I'm going to transfer these on a plate lined with kitchen paper towel so the paper towel will absorb any excess oil. Here are the tuna cutlets. So obviously the cutlets that's coated with egg and breadcrumbs, the outside has turned really crispy. So the other one coated with cornstarch slurry and oats, it's not that crispy but it's still good. So if you're allergic to egg or if you cannot have egg, you can use cornstarch slurry, and instead of breadcrumbs you can use ground oats. Along with these tuna cutlets, I usually serve a very simple salad. So I wanted to share the recipe with you guys. It's very easy to make. Into a bowl, add one onion chopped. You can use either red onion or yellow onion, and half of a tomato chopped small. So I've taken one small yellow onion. Next, adding one green chili chopped, and then 2 tablespoons chopped cilantro. Adding 1.5 tablespoon white vinegar. So I really love the taste and flavor of vinegar in this salad. Now if you don't have vinegar, you can use lemon juice. Adding 1/4 teaspoon salt. So combine it well. So here is our simple salad that goes really well with any kind of cutlets. It's time to serve. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to spread our salad over the tuna cutlets. Also going to add some ketchup. So this is optional. You can either have ketchup or this salad. Here are the crispy tuna cutlets. Since I've coated the tuna cutlet mixture with breadcrumbs, it has turned really crispy. So you can either pan fry it or deep fry it. So now if you don't have breadcrumbs, you can also use ground instant oats. That will also make these cutlets really crispy. Instead of egg, you can also use cornstarch slurry. So just mix cornstarch with water and dip the cutlet mixture in that and then in breadcrumbs. So you can also make like that. These are really delicious and will make a perfect appetizer, or you can turn these into a full meal by wrapping the tuna cutlets into a pita bread or make into a burger or sandwiches or top these to your salad. Do give these tuna cutlets a try and let me know your feedback. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be back with more cooking videos. Until then, happy cooking, take care, and bye.